On this adventure, we visited Rubyfalls in Chattanooga, Tennessee. Now, Johnny and I have never been to it. It's an underground waterfall, and we really wanted to see it. And we saw where you could take a lantern tour. So how romantic would that be? Well, I'm not sure it turned out to be romantic. Here you can see their web page, and it has this nice old-timey lantern. So I was so excited that we were going to get to hold an old-timey lantern. But to our shock, only the tour guide held the old lantern. We got these new modern plastic lanterns.
Welcome to Rubyfalls. Again, my name is Tim. We have public to find out where everyone's from. We have people come from around the country and around the world sometimes. I'm here in Chattanooga.
After a short welcome into the dark, we started this cave journey. One of my favorite parts about the lantern tour, because it's dark, is where he put a flashlight on one of the features here of the cave, and it glowed like a candle.
Down here we have our crystal chandelier in the ceiling and a totem pole underneath it.
My least favorite part is when he pointed things out with the flashlight. Our lanterns were just not strong enough to see them.
All I'm doing is humming, but it's the resonant pitch of the room makes the whole room ring like an organ pipe. Sounds like it's coming from everywhere, doesn't it?
Because the lanterns were just not bright enough to see, I was getting a little frustrated, and my husband said, "Would you like my flashlight?" So I took his flashlight, and this was a much more enjoyable tour, being able to actually see the features here on the cave. Once we approached the falls, you could hear them in the background, and you knew you were fixing to see this gorgeous waterfall. But of course it was dark, and our little lanterns were just not bright enough to see it. They did, however, they took a cord and pulled the lantern up to the top of the falls, which was a kind of a cool way to see it. The lantern kind of lit up, and then they turned on the light, so we did get to see Rubyfalls in all of its glory with the lights on. Now, I was not real fond of this tour. Some people had taken the tour with the lights on, and then this was their second tour, and they really enjoyed seeing it in the dark. So my suggestion would be, if you book this tour, be sure to see it in the lighted format, and then maybe do the lantern tour. But for us, for the first time seeing it, I would not do that again. The small lanterns they give you just was not bright enough to see all the cool cave features. If you do happen to take this cave tour, maybe pack an extra flashlight, and that way you could see things a little bit better. We paid about $20 extra, I think. I think this cave tour was $50. The regular tour was $30, I believe. So for the price, I would definitely do the daylight. I say daylight, but you're in a cave. You're not going to see anything in the daylight. But the lighted tour, the tour where they have the lights on. One other thing to take note, this tour, the lantern tour, takes place at night, and it can be very late. So if you like hitting the bed early, you might want to take an earlier tour. This was definitely an adventure, but an adventure I wished we had taken with the lights on and earlier in the day. We just finished the cave tour. We did the lantern tour tonight here at Rubyfalls. It is super late. What time is it? We started at 8:45, so it's 10:20, and we've got to get to our camper so we can rest. I hope this video was helpful for you in planning your adventure to Chattanooga and to Rubyfalls. Be sure to check out my other videos. We did other things there in Chattanooga, and you can check those out. Be sure to like and subscribe to my channel for lots of other adventures to come.